I was amazed at the training that I received as an action coach. I've been around a bit. I'm not that young, and I'd done a lot of training in different places, and as I say, worked around the world with lots of different kinds of businesses, and really did feel that I'd seen quite a lot. When I went to the training, it was blown away. I was totally amazed at the totally different ways of looking at growing businesses, helping business owners, etc., that Action uses. Just blew my mind. I was absolutely amazed that there was so much to learn, and there's constantly so much to learn. The 10 days, it was just the beginning. It was fab.
Training I received was fantastic. I don't believe that the 10 days training in Vegas is the end of it. I don't think there's been a day since then that I haven't learned something, haven't been challenged or stretched or developed in some way. So the training is in Vegas is fantastic, but then it's ongoing forever. And the day you stop learning is the day you need to look at yourself and think, why have I stopped taking in information? Because it's always there for you.
The training I received as an action coach, that's an interesting question. I've been on a lot of training in my time. The 10 days in Las Vegas were absolutely transformational. They were mind-blowing. I've never experienced anything like it before or since. I can't speak highly enough for it.
The Action Coach training is fantastic. When I spoke to coaches before I went to training and was told it was quite a long day, I was a bit challenged by that idea. But one of the coaches said he'd go and do it again at a heartbeat, and I feel the same. It was very rewarding and very enlightening for me.
The training prior to becoming an action coach was just awesome. I'd had a few people say to me, this is going to be the best thing of your life, it's going to stretch you, and I thought, what do they know about me? And I thought there was a bit of arrogance, but actually it was better than any expectation I'd had, to the point that I've still got friends and contacts that I was on training with nearly 5 years ago that I still keep in touch with, and I still meet up sort of annually at global conferences. Huge amount of value. It was just the tip of the iceberg, because coming back and setting up the business is then really when you've got to get to grips with everything. It was intensive, but it was just phenomenal value in a phenomenal environment.
The training I received as an action coach was first class. I can explain that as life-changing. I came back from training as a different person, and I now find myself asking myself questions that I never asked myself before, which in turn means that I'm growing and developing as a person every single day.
I think in Action it's the kind of community where there's as much support as you want. If you want help, you have to ask for it, and if you do ask for it, there's help available from other coaches around you, in fact other coaches all around the world, from the ML's office, and of course the forum and all the tools on there. So there's really as much help as you want. Some people like a lot of interventions and like to get a lot of help. Some people like to be fairly independent, and it's a broad church, but there's pretty much as much help as you want.
The support as an action coach is unbelievable. The network of coaches, your ML, there's always someone there to help you. You just pick up the phone, jump in the car. The support is, you're not on your own. You may be business owners running your own business, but you can just make a phone call, and it's just like having a consultant that you could just call upon any time. It's amazing.
The support you get from Action Coach is fantastic. I mean, regardless of whether you're running a firm, whether you're a coach on their own, or whether you've got a firm with a number of different coaches and a number of employees, the support that the whole team get is incredible. My PA gets support from Action Coach, my ML is there when I need them, I get an abundance of training on a regular basis, I mentor other coaches, I have a personal coach. All that comes within the Action system effectively, and I think that's very, very important, because when you're dealing with clients you've got to be at the top of your game, and you need that constant revigoration. And the fact is that the businesses that we're involved with are constantly evolving, whether the climate they're operating in changes, or whether it just be there's new technological advances. We need to really know what's going on, and that support you get is why the franchise is so powerful, because as you try and do that on your own, you're going to get stale. After 18 18 months you're going to lose your knowledge. After 4 years you're going to be a lot less effective. You're going to be doing the same thing over and over again. And being part of the franchise doesn't deliver that, because you're constantly, in a great way, supported, tested, mentored and developed. And the abundance of that is great. I must also add that the great thing you get is the fact that there's a social element. There's a massive amount of support that people are genuinely interested in seeing your business very, very successful. And that works great for me.
The support I receive as an action coach on an ongoing basis is first class. You face many emotional challenges in this business on a daily basis, and sometimes you need a shoulder to cry on, and sometimes you need a push in the right direction. I feel I receive that from my master licensee and his team. As well as that, we have regular conferences and training days, which also serve to top up our knowledge on an ongoing basis. And I also have the support of the fantastic network of coaches around me. Being in the presence of such high caliber individuals who only want to help is only going to serve you well.
The support I receive as an action coach is superb. It's everything that it's framed up to be at the beginning when looking at the business in due diligence stage. From a regional basis, with ongoing support calls, ongoing relationships with our master licensee, regional trainings, but also every coach is provided with a coach. I now actually coach other coaches within our region. But we have regional conference calls each week, we have regional trainings. We also have national European conferences and annual global conferences, so that the ongoing support is just second to none. And it has to be, because we need to be congruent with how we're working with our clients. It really is second to none in my eyes.
I get tremendous support as an action coach on different levels. The support from head office when new innovations are coming through the process. I get fantastic support from my master licensees, Julie Wagstaff and Ian Christolo, who are superb and are always there whenever I have a question, and are always organising things, making sure that we have the tools that we need. And I get fantastic support from other coaches as well, which to me is what differentiates Action from other businesses, is that we have this wonderful network of people who are all prepared to talk to me, help me, and give me whatever it takes for me to achieve what I want to.
One of the major reasons for me joining Action was the support. When I was looking for a change in my life and in business, one of the key aspects that made me buy into the Action philosophy is the support. The support is second to none. You see, when I'm working with a client, okay, they may have to put up with looking at me or hearing my voice on the telephone, but behind that is another 1,200 coaches worldwide. That's the power of the system.